Hi, my name is Bijal and I am a bibliotherapist and founder of Bibliotherapy, a bibliotherapy and literary curation practice. I'm also the author of the book Bibliotherapy, The Healing Power of Reading. I curate book prescriptions and provide online training in bibliotherapy. More detail of this can be found on my website, www.bookTherapy.io. In this podcast, I share my knowledge and research on bibliotherapy, including the latest developments, science, and book recommendations. Join me every week where we take a deep dive into bibliotherapy. We release 2 episodes a week. Voice notes from me, your resident bibliotherapist, and Ask the Bibliotherapist, book recommendations for what's on your mind. Join our member-only subscription here and get access to all episodes and corresponding transcripts. I hope you enjoy the show, and if you'd like a bibliotherapist in your pocket, you might find my book, Bibliotherapy, The Healing Power of Reading, a helpful companion. It's available at any bookstore that you shop at. And don't forget to subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts and get new episodes as they're released. And as always, I love hearing from listeners. So if you'd like to get in touch, share any book recommendations or thoughts on bibliotherapy, you can do so at Bijal@booktherapy.io. Thanks for listening. Hi everyone, in today's voice note, I wanted to focus on why genre matters when building empathy or mentalising. Mentalising is essentially the ability to see and think about things from another person's perspective. It refers to our broader cognitive ability to perceive and interpret human behaviour of others by attributing mental states to them. It is a dynamic and ongoing process that we engage in during social interactions. It helps build theory of mind, or TOM, which is essentially a specific cognitive ability to infer and predict other people's mental states. Theory of mind is crucial for empathy, social communication, and understanding complex social situations. And what the research suggests, especially the work of David Kidd and Emmanuel Castano at the New School for Social Research, and as detailed in their research paper, Different Stories, How Levels of Familiarity with Literary and Genre Fiction Relate to Mentalising, in the Journal of Psychology of Aesthetics, Creativity and the Arts, that reading literary fiction is the most effective way of building this theory of mind than any other forms of reading genre. We know that literature helps to develop empathy, and literary fiction does this far better than any other reading genre out there. Literary fiction typically involves complex characters and narratives that demand readers to engage more deeply with characters' mental states. Genre fiction is defined primarily by its focus on a particular topic and reliance on relatively formulaic plots. By contrast, literary fiction is defined more by its aesthetic qualities and character development than its focus on plot or a particular set of topics and themes. This distinction is recognized by publishers who routinely list it as a publishing category, and by critics who award separate prizes for specific genres, for example the Hugo Awards for fantasy and the Nebula Awards for science fiction, as well as prizes for general literary quality, for example the National Book Award for fiction. The distinction has also been put in terms of what attracts readers to the work: entertainment and escape for genre fiction, understanding and engagement for literary fiction. Research also suggests that some fiction, particularly literary fiction, supports a different range of experiences and psychological effects that encourage more flexible thinking and allow room for ambiguity. Genre fiction offers less complex, more flat characters, whereas literary fiction brings forward more all-rounded characters that are open to change and metamorphosis, making them more psychologically interesting and thus aesthetically more pleasing. In Kidd and Castano's research, various experiments were conducted to assess any experiential differences in exposure to literary fiction versus popular genre fiction to examine the relationship between exposure to literary fiction and theory of mind. The results indicated that exposure to literary fiction positively predicts theory of mind performance. This effect remains significant even when controlling for demographic variables such as age, gender, educational attainment, undergraduate major, and self-reported empathy. It was observed that while all fiction supports rich simulations of social worlds, providing readers with opportunities to hone the processes underlying social perception, literary fiction was the most effective in doing so, due to the access it provides to the innermost minds of the characters that are truer to life than other genres. This suggests that habitual engagement with complex fictional minds improves psychological processes supporting intersubjectivity. Intersubjectivity involves the common ground that people create and rely on for effective communication and interaction. This shared understanding is foundational for social interactions and is built through language, culture, and social practices. Intersubjectivity is not static. It is continuously constructed and reconstructed through social interactions. Conversations, shared activities, and communal experiences contribute to this dynamic process. Intersubjectivity is a fundamental aspect of human social life, underpinning communication, empathy, and social structure. It highlights the importance of shared meanings and mutual recognition in our interactions and the continuous dynamic nature of building understanding between individuals. This can be hugely helpful in supporting interpersonal relationships. These findings have broader implications for understanding the impacts of literary fiction on psychological development and cultural models. Firstly, encouraging the reading of literary fiction in educational settings enhances students' empathy and social understanding. Secondly, promoting diverse literary fiction contributes to a more empathetic and socially cohesive society. In any case, time spent reading fiction is directly correlated to successfully understanding others and ourselves. I hope you enjoyed this voice note from me, and do check out the other ones from past episodes or read the transcripts on Substack. All links are in the show notes. Until next time, stay well. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed the show. And if you'd like to sign up to our online courses or try a personalised book prescription or bibliotherapy session, you can do so following the links in the show notes. And as always, I love hearing from listeners, so don't hesitate to drop me an email at bijal@bookTherapy.io.